Okay, I need you to be honest with yourself for a sec. How many times have you had that really good streak going for like 2 weeks and then boom, life happens and you ghost your goals? You're tracking your food, you're getting in workouts, feeling pretty dang proud of yourself. Then your kid gets sick, your work explodes, you're running on fumes and ordering Chick-fil-A again. And suddenly you're like, well, I blew it. I'll just start over again next week. But here's the truth that stings a little. You don't have a weight loss problem. You have a starting over problem. It's not that you're lazy or lack willpower. It's that you keep expecting life to be calmer or more convenient before you follow through. But let's be real. When is that going to happen? Life is always going to be busy, especially if you're a mom. So if you're waiting for a better time, you'll be waiting forever. So if the real problem isn't motivation or discipline, what is it? And before we dive in, if you're not sure where to start or what actually works for your body, I made a free body type quiz that can help. It's a quick way to learn how your metabolism works best, and it'll point you toward habits that actually match your body, not just the latest trend. I'll link it below if you want to take it after this video. Let's talk about one of the biggest myths out there. You just need to find your why and you'll stay motivated. Sounds nice, but it's not how real life works. Motivation might get you started, but it definitely won't get you out of bed at 5 a.m. when your baby was up all night, or you're buried under laundry and deadlines. Here's what actually happens. Week 1, you're fired up. Week 2, you're hanging in. And week 3, life throws you a curveball and you start wondering if now is even the right time. But here's the deal. The women who succeed aren't more motivated. They've just practiced showing up even when it feels inconvenient. They've learned that consistency doesn't mean perfect. It just means not giving up when things aren't ideal. That's the skill that actually moves the needle. And the cost of not building that skill, it's more than just lost progress. Every time you quit when things get hard, you're reinforcing the habit of giving up. You're literally telling your brain, when it gets messy, we peace out. And then we wonder why we feel like we can't follow through on anything. The habit of quitting doesn't just affect your fitness. It shows up everywhere. In your work, your relationships, your confidence. It chips away at your self-trust. And once that's gone, it's really hard to build anything meaningful, whether it's fat loss, better health, or just feeling like you're in control again. The cost of quitting is bigger than a number on the scale. It's the belief that you can't count on yourself to do what you said you would. That's why the next moment matters so much, because there's always a crossroads where this decision is made. There's this point I call the wall, and if you've ever tried to lose weight, you've hit it. It's when the scale isn't moving, you miss a few workouts, you're tired, frustrated, and doubting the whole thing. Most people give up right there. They say, this isn't working, I need something better. But the ones who succeed, they lean in. They're like, okay, this is the part where I grow. What most people don't realize is that the wall is actually where the real work begins. The early results are surface level, but when it's hard, that's where the transformation happens. It's in that exact moment where quitting feels justified, but you choose not to, that you become someone who doesn't give up on herself. And unfortunately, this is also where a lot of people fall into a trap. Let's talk about the fantasy, I just need to find the right plan and then it won't feel so hard. That's a trap. And I see it all the time. You try keto, then intermittent fasting, then some influencers 7-day shred. You're not looking for a plan. You're looking for something that feels easier. But guess what? All of it is going to be uncomfortable. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because change is supposed to stretch you. The people who hop from plan to plan are usually chasing ease instead of results. But there's no plan that removes the uncomfortable parts of growth. You either work through the discomfort of change now, or stay stuck in the discomfort of feeling like you're never following through. Pick your hard. So how do you actually follow through when things get uncomfortable? You build it like a muscle. Here's what I have my clients do when they want to build consistency that actually lasts. Number 1, decide before it gets hard. Don't wait for motivation to keep going. Decide right now what you'll do when you want to quit. Literally write it down. When I want to give up, I'll do XYZ instead. This removes decision fatigue and gives you a game plan. Number 2, set your bare minimum standard. On the busiest, messiest day, What's your minimum? 1 protein-packed meal, 10 minutes of movement, just drinking your water? Consistency isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. And number 3, celebrate when you don't quit. You didn't feel like working out, but did it anyway? That's a win. You ate 1 solid meal after a chaotic day, that's a win. Those little wins compound, so acknowledge them. If you can start training your brain to focus on what you did do instead of everything you didn't, you'll stay in the game so much longer. You're not aiming to be perfect. You're aiming to stay connected to the process, even when it's messy. And when you do that, you start creating a new kind of track record. Think about it. What's on your quitting resume? The meal plan you started and abandoned after 3 days? The gym membership you used twice? The plan you almost stuck with? Now imagine your success story resume instead. The time you kept going when it would have been easier to quit. The walk you took even after a long day. The habit you stuck with because you decided to. And no, you don't need to wait for some huge milestone to feel proud of yourself. Your success story gets written in the small choices. When you meal prepped, even though you didn't feel like it, or when you went for a 15-minute walk instead of scrolling on the couch. That stuff adds up. That stuff becomes who you are. And those small identity wins, they create ripple effects in every area of your life. When you build the habits of showing up, even when it's not perfect, you become the kind of woman who finishes what she starts. And that doesn't just show up on the scale. You start setting better boundaries. You speak up more. You follow through on dreams that used to feel out of reach. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. And once you trust that you won't quit on yourself again, you start chasing goals you used to talk yourself out of. It's wild how far that shift can take you. And that shift, it's not just about doing different things. It's about becoming someone new. Let me ask you something. When you picture the version of you who feels strong, confident, and in control, what kind of person is she? You probably imagine someone who eats balanced meals without overthinking it, moves her body regularly, doesn't panic when life gets messy, and follows through even when it's not perfect. But be honest, do you think of that version of you as someone completely different from who you are now? Because this isn't just about changing your habits. It's about changing the story you tell yourself about yourself. If you're constantly saying things like, I always fall off, I've never been consistent, I'm just not someone who finishes things, then that identity is driving your actions, even if it's not who you want to be. But what if you stopped saying, I'm trying to lose weight, and started saying, I'm someone who keeps showing up? What if your identity wasn't the mom who always starts over, but the mom who doesn't give up when it gets hard? That shift is everything. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. It's not about having the perfect routine. It's about choosing to act like the version of you you're becoming today. Because when you stop waiting to feel like that woman and start thinking like her now, you naturally start acting like her. And that's how you become her. The scale might not change overnight, but when your mindset shifts, everything else follows. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one thing, just one, and don't quit on it for 30 days. No, not flawlessly, not perfectly, but no quitting. Show up tired, show up grumpy, show up late. Just show up. Because if you can build the habit of not quitting when it's uncomfortable, you will change your body, you'll change your mind, and you'll change your life. Drop "not this time" in the comments if you're in. And check the description for free resources that'll help you stop starting over every Monday. If you need a place to start, grab one of the habits we talked about earlier. Decide that no matter how chaotic your week gets, you're going to do that one thing. Let it anchor you. Let it be the proof that you're someone who follows through. And if you're feeling stuck trying to do this alone, that's where I come in. I coach moms through these exact moments. When life is messy, motivation is gone, and you just want to know you're on the right path. Inside my 6-week jumpstart, we build the habits, the mindset, and the plan that actually fits into your life. The truth is, most programs expect you to change your life overnight. Mine is built for real life, real schedules, real responsibilities, real results. So don't overthink it. Pick your one thing. Commit to not quitting. And if you want help staying consistent, check out the link below. You can also take my free body type quiz to learn how your metabolism works best if you're not sure what habits to focus on first. I'd love to coach you through it. You don't need more motivation. You need to stop quitting on yourself. And once you do, you'll be unstoppable. I'll see you in the next video.